Good morning, everybody. It is time for banner review. We have.
Seka.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, Seka.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, we got the new Scaramouche banner or Wanderer banner and Farzuan and all that stuff in the new weapon banner. So let's go check it out. New Wanderer banner. We have on the banner Yanfei, Guru, and Farzuan. This banner's fire. So I've been waiting for this banner for a while. Yanfei constellations, I'm pretty sure no one really needs unless you're maining Yanfei, but she's not really it's better at C6 for DPS, for your builds for DPS, but C4 is like the one thing that a lot of people talk about for her because it's for the Tank Fei constellation. It allows her to get a big shield if you're not aware. It's really good. Guru constellations, I've been kind of waiting for a super long time because I have a triple crown Ito on my Battle Pass Vulcan account, so I've been waiting for a minute on these, and a Farzuan with it. Now, between the two characters, these are support characters that are equivalent to, like, just say Sarah, but now we're getting a Geo version of it, of course, and an Anemo version of it, both on the same banner. So it's a really fire banner, in my opinion, to go for 4-star constellations on a character banner with some good stuff. So, of course, Guru is for the Mad Lad Ito, and we got Farzuan for the Mad Lad Scaramouche. So I'm actually very excited about this banner because I definitely want to summon for all that stuff. Also, we don't know if Guru's going to be a specific character for more defense characters in the future. There's rumors going around right now that there are going to be some more defense related characters that are going to be part of the Dendro meta. And since Guru is a defense booster, this will help him, you get some constellations early for him for, you know, that Mad Lad boost. And what I have found out for Dendro is that he can still provide a Geo damage, critical damage boost. If you're using, let's just say 2 Geo characters, you can still get like a 20% crit damage boost on him too. So that's still like quite positive. You could want to use a Geo resonance with Dendro teams. So there's still some possibilities there. Looking at Farzuan, nice. I like everything about this character. Everything about her is great. Can't wait to get her. Going for constellations on free-to-play. On my free-to-play account right now, I've saved up a total of 73 summons, so I'm going all the way in. I might get Farzuan. I am at 0 pity, so I'm going to be going full send. Oh, I guess I can't see it. I'm going full send on this one on free-to-play because I got Nahida and I stopped and I waited everything for the Farzuan constellation, so I'm definitely excited. All right. So for Farzuan specifically, if you're looking to summon for her, she's good for Zhao at, she'll be okay at C2 from what I can see, and she'll be way better at C6 and will be better for 99% of players at C6 because at C2 she's more usable, but like C6 is where she becomes more consistent, and I can't really explain that to you until she comes out. Okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, on Guru, he's fine at C0. Getting constellations for him, C4 is the only thing that's really kind of cool. It boosts it for, so he gets healing, and then C6 is for damage. But Guru doesn't need any constellations. It's really cheap to build too. All right, for the weapon banner, we have the brand new weapon, which we'll be going over in a little bit, which is the Tulatuya's Remembrance and the Redhorn Stone Thresher. The weapon banner also has the Wave Breaker Fin early, which means the Moyon's Moon and the Akomaru will be on the following banner. I was actually predicting this yesterday, where I thought it was going to be the Akomaru on this banner, but it's actually Wavebreaker this banner, which was pretty interesting. Wavebreaker, we have Eye of Perception, which some people have said is good on some characters in weird ways, but until we get a physical catalyst character, I don't really care. Then we get Sacrificial Sword, always a good weapon to pick up, you know, now that it's good on Dendro Traveler and always good on Sancho, and Favonius Warbow, which is becoming more and more useful as time has gone on. I think you're only still going to need one of these at Refine 5, but whatever. And eventually we're going to get a character that's going to use the Favonius Greatsword one day, right? One day, I believe. But 2 out of the 3 weapons being good. The third one being Favonius Lights being okay. This is a pretty decent weapon banner, I'm going to say. Not too bad. If you're willing to pick this up, Redhorn Stone Thresher is only best in slot for Noelle and Ito as well. But other characters that are Claymore characters, there is a rumor that this weapon also potentially could be good on Deha. Could. Don't quote me on that, but it could be okay on her. Don't know for sure, but there's a rumor floating around. I don't know. No criticism. And I'm not even sure of it myself, personally. But you can stay hopeful with your Copium. And as far as the Tulatuya's Remembrances, I'm going to go over this weapon fully right now, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so Scaramouche for character kit and what he does. Don't want to go too far into it for you guys, but basically this guy is going to be a normal attack god, very similar to Yoimiya. And if you're wondering how to build him, 4-piece Shimenawa set is one way to go, and then of course the new artifact set. For choices if you should summon for him or not, what I've been telling in my stream for a while now is there are 2 different people that should be summoning for Scaramouche. Number 1 group of people, you're looking for a normal attacker because he looks really fun to play. If you're looking for a character like this, don't really summon for this character unless you have any 5-star weapon. Any 5-star weapon. Okay, a 4-star weapon on Scaramouche doesn't really feel impactful. The Widzith is going to be really weak on him because it's going to have a very low uptime. And then as far as the Solar Pearl goes, yeah, that weapon's fine. If you have a lot of refines in Solar Pearl, you've been playing for a super long time, you're looking if it's good, yes, the Solar Pearl will be fine. But Skyward Atlas, the Lost Prayer, the whatever it's called, the Geo one that kind of sucks, but you know that one. Those ones, if you have one of those weapons and you want to play Scaramouche, he's probably going to be pretty good with those weapons. And regarding his signature weapon, it's going to be roughly 18 to 22% better overall DPS than Lost Prayer or the Skyward Atlas. So as far as weapons go, it's a significant increase for his overall DPS. So if you're wondering, you should get it. Yeah, it's super good. We'll be talking about that, the weapon, later in the video. Okay, I'll just record a discussion here. So we got the Tulatali's Remembrance Catalyst. It is 44 crit damage, 674 base attack. Passive of the weapon is normal attack speed is going to be increased flat by 10%, no conditions at all. After the wielder unleashes an elemental skill, normal attack damage will increase by 4.8% every second for 14 seconds. So that means that the buff that you're getting lasts for 14 seconds, whatever it's going to be. And normal attack damage will increase by 9. Okay, here we go. After a character hits an opponent with a normal attack, so you're not like, you can't punch air with like Hazo, right? But if you hit a normal attack against an opponent, it'll increase your normal attack damage by 9.6 and this percent. And this can be increased every 0.3 seconds, right? And the maximum normal attack increase that you can gain from this weapon is 48% overall. The effect will be removed once the wielder leaves the field. So you're getting stacks passively on the weapon, and you get the stacks on the weapon naturally through just, punching enemies. So punch people, get stacks, and also get stacks passively. So in the first second, like at 0 seconds, I believe you'll be at 4.8 once you pop the elemental skill. So I think that's what it says right there, is use at 4.8. So that means if you press the elemental skill and then get 2-3 autos in, right, within a 1 second window, that's 9.6 times 3, plus then after the first second it'll be 4.8. So that means that you're getting basically 9.6 times 4, which is roughly, wait, what, 37% or something like that? Yeah, so in the first 1 second, if you get 3 autos in, you'll be almost at max stacks if you get the first stack, the first 4.8 in the first, like on ECast. If not, it's like 32% in after the first second. So as weapons go, for a normal attack boosting weapon, that's a very good weapon, because you're going to ramp stacks insanely quickly if you can get 3 auto attacks off in 1 second. With an attack speed boosting weapon, that definitely seems possible. So that means after 2 seconds, you're going to have max stacks, basically, right? If you're getting a total of 5 auto attacks off in 2 seconds. We'll look at the Scaramouche auto attack animations on the thing. We'll see if we can make it an assessment on his actual attack speed and how to do it. Plus, he's an attack speed boosting character, and the artifact set that he's going to be using is going to have an attack speed boost on it as well. Seeing how the new artifact set also has 10% attack speed and the weapon has 10% attack speed, he's already going to start at 20% attack speed. Now, since he's a normal attacker, you can actually pair him very well with Yunjin, who is a normal attacker, and it will boost all of his attacks, which sounds very good. And because you can do that, Yunjin, if you got her to Constellation 6, will also have a attack speed boost on top of that. That attack speed boost being, of course, another 12%, meaning that you, as a free-to-play player, could attain a 32% attack speed bonus. That seems pretty good. As weapons go, weapon looks amazing. Probably best attacking catalyst in the game. The 2 characters I have in mind for this catalyst that are going to be very, very good characters for this catalyst are quite simply just Hazo, because that sounds really fun for punching air, and Scaramouche. I don't think it's going to work for that many other characters. For Yae Miko, probably not going to be a super good option in general. I don't think it's going to be something you're going to want to choose. She's a character that relies on elemental skill. The passive crit damage will be okay, but normal attack speed and normal attack damage probably not going to help her too much. But you could do some crazy weird builds for that just for fun. But I'm not seeing like that, you know, like a super helpful thing. Ningguang could use this weapon, but Ningguang's damage is highly focused on normal charge, elemental skill, and elemental burst, so it doesn't necessarily boost Ningguang fast enough. It might help her for their animation speed to get like a normal then a charge attack off and help with animation canceling, so that might be kind of good if you didn't want to throw that many charge attacks to throw Jades out and just want to throw more normals. So could be good, but I would probably recommend sticking with the Kagura's Verity just for elemental skill boosting, because that thing hits like a truck. For the other question characters that are available for this would be, let's say, Nahida, because that would be the most recent Catalyst character to come to the game. She would get a bonus from this for normal attacking, but it doesn't really matter because most of her damage is so heavily weighted on elemental skill, and getting your percentage damage there is probably better. Getting extra normal attacks is not going to help you trigger your Trikarmic Purification faster. It's not going to do anything to it at all, so it's probably not something you want to focus on, but it can be used on Nahida, just not super effectively. Kagura's Verity will be significantly better. Other Catalyst user, Yanfei. Yanfei is going to be very mid with this as well. She has the same problem, as Klee and Ningguang. All three of these characters are normal charge, elemental skill, and elemental burst based characters. I mean, Yanfei being not super elemental burst based, more, you know, charge attack based and elemental skill based for damage, and has some normal damage in there, but that's basically the priority that she goes for damage. I don't think that Yanfei is gonna be super helpful with this. It might help her get stacks where you can charge attack more often, so it could help a bit for her, but I probably would not be using this on Yanfei unless I really wanted to get stacks super quickly. I would probably stick with the Kagura's Verity or Widzith on her. But to be honest, both of those options are kind of shit too. So yeah, I guess on Yanfei, this could be best in slot for her suit, kinda, sorta, maybe a little. I mean, Widzith's still an option, so I mean, yeah, I guess there is an argument to say this could be good for Yanfei. Auto attack animation cancel just rules out any need for attack speed, anything like that. The new free weapon. Okay, new free weapon, which is the Toko Bo Shiguri sword. All right, this weapon is a 165 EM 510 base attack weapon, which is identical to the Iron Sting. This weapon overall sounds like a pretty decent option when it comes to elemental mastery boosting, because we've needed like two different characters that needed EM as a main stat, and the other weapon that we had as a free to play option was the Dark Iron Sword. The only other option for 4-star free-to-play weapons are the Zephos Blade, which is probably the best option if you're summoning on the weapon banner. But if you're a player that never summons on the weapon banner, the Shigure Sword is probably the weapon for you, because now you have two weapons that have the EM boost, unless you made two separate copies of an Iron Sting. After an attack hits an opponent, it will inflict an instance of Cursed Parasol on the enemy. And if this... If Cursed Parasol, this effect has been triggered once every 15 seconds. If the opponent is taken out during the duration, the Cursed Parasol cooldown will be refreshed immediately, and you can basically do more damage to the target that's hit. So it's a single target boost, and it looks like the maximum boost on this is going to be 32% for full damage increase. So it's almost identical to the Iron Sting. The Iron Sting being maximum of 24% increase, this one being a maximum of 32%, but is, as you can see, kind of clearly based towards single target. And as long as you get a kill on it, it's got a pretty decent uptime. It's probably not going to be effective off field, so I'd say that you have to trigger this while on field. It's the only way. But so, I mean, it's kind of obvious because it says after attack hits an opponent, but it doesn't say it can be triggered off field, so probably only on field. So both the Iron Sting and this would be interesting. Now, the difference between the two weapons, right, is just the fact that it's single target, because the character wielding the weapon is the only character that actually gets the damage boost. So Iron Sting and this weapon pretty much the same. It's not like a universal damage boost to your team. It's not an OP weapon, just another Iron Sting version 2. The two characters that I would think be most effective with this weapon would be Kazuha and Kuki Shinobu, because their characters are great with EM. You could also make an argument this would be a decent weapon on Nilo if you were looking for more elemental mastery boosting on Nilo. Now that Dendro application is a little bit higher, and you wanted to, if you want to run like more Dendro characters and auto attack more on your Nilo and stay on field with her, there's an argument to say that Nilo could be really good with this weapon if you wanted to use her as a full elemental mastery character and just hit enemies fully. That could work too, but of course she's the character you want to have high HP on, so maybe not necessarily full HP, so like a mixture of HP and elemental mastery. If you're going to be using another character on your team, I mean that could help, but seeing how Bloom will not be affected by the passive, Refines in this weapon will not be super helpful. It's only going to affect damage on on the actual crit chance and crit damage rather than the action, not the reaction damage. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. My name's Sekapoko. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.